Hello, friends. Welcome to Akulmach. And mankind has been thriving on this planet. In fact, growing also rapidly, becoming very intelligent, and that is because our brain is wired in a totally different way. And we know that there is no other animal on this planet just like humans, because we can not only understand the complex problems, we can also design things. We have these hands, we have a strong brain, and we have these hands which are highly manipulative. So the big question is that how we became humans. Is it the years of evolution or something else? So that's a very big question. There are a lot of conspiracy theories, but today I'm talking about what the scientists have found recently. Scientists have found that Homo sapiens, that we are Homo sapiens, are not merely the product of evolution. There is a lot of language based communication also, which is responsible for the human race development. Also, we do not know what really happened, how this permutation combination actually was triggered by nature, because there are other animals who have lived longer than humans on this planet, but they have not evolved. For instance, animals like dolphins, animals like shark, they have been around for millions of years, but they have not evolved just like humans. But humans, in a very short period of time, have evolved into a very, very complex species. We are now having a society. We are now exploring the outer space, sitting on this planet, which is like a speck of dust. If you look at the entire size of the cosmos, we have the ability to understand, decipher, and understand the complex nature of this universe, and also mathematics. We can actually design so many things using our knowledge of mathematics, understanding of mathematics. So how this brain evolved in a very, very short period of time, and how humans got advantage, which no other animals, even though they have been around for very long time, they did not get it. That is a big mystery. We do not have the answer, and I'm not basically talking about that. But if you look at the human history, so far we find that humans have been around, the Homo sapiens have been around not more than 100,000 to 150,000 years, or even if we stretch it to maximum 200,000 years, which is nothing. And in the 200,000 years, evolution cannot happen. So that means the permutation combination happened because of intermingling of different humanoid species. And we know today, all the friends who are watching me, all of us know that there were two distinct species. Eventually we survived, and the other one, which is also known as Neanderthals, predominantly found in Europe, they perished. And we also now know that there are other species also, especially in the we find the evidence of these humans, early humans, in Indonesia, Malaysia. That's the landmass. That was a separate species. We know very little about those ancient humans. However, we know a great deal about Homo sapiens, which we are, and the Neanderthal man, which predominantly lived in Europe. They were much bigger, and they had red hair, etc., etc. So today, if we see humans with lighter skin and blonde hair or red hair, they are basically carrying the genes from the Neanderthal. That means intermingling might have happened between Homo sapiens, which evolved out of Africa, and the Neanderthals evolved in Europe. And at some point in time, these two different distinct species of humans intermingled. So certain features were crossed over. However, the Neanderthal species in Homo sapiens are very, very small and responsible only for the superficial features like hair color, skin color, etc. There is other feature of Neanderthal, which is about the family values. So Neanderthal used to live in families, and they did not know. That's what we understand today. Neanderthals, although lived in caves, but they used to take care of their families, but they did not know how to create fire. Homo sapiens, on the other hand, were typical hunter gatherers. They were nomads. They were traveling from Africa, and they spread all across the world, and because of the sort of spread of the Homo sapiens, we probably got intermingled, and that's why we got some people. Most of us have black hair, but some of humans today have blonde and red hair with fair skin and probably blue eyes. Probably we got those features from the Neanderthals, but those are limited to only the northern hemisphere European countries. All right, but most of us, even the tribes living in the far-flung regions of Siberia or in the Canadian up north, they also have black hair. So most of us are having black hair and very similar features, and therefore we are Homo sapiens. Whether we are Chinese, we're Indian, or any European, we are all Homo sapiens with very little variation. Now let's look at other differences between all humans across the world. The differences between humans across the world is less than 2%. Now, if you look at other species, there are great differences. I mean, if there is a shark living in one habitat, the shark of a different habitat will be completely different at the genetic level. However, the variation between all humans is less than 2%. That means all the humans that are found today evolved from a very small group. That is why that mutation did not happen so rapidly. And also, the time the humans took to evolve to the current status is very, very limited. Now, the scientists find that Homo sapiens did not evolve from one group, but the Homo sapiens, before they encountered other regions and other humanoids like Neanderthals, they actually intermingled within Africa itself. Because we know that the humans, or Homo sapiens as we know, evolved in Africa and then spread across the globe. However, the scientists now find that even in Africa there were two distinct humanoid groups, and Homo sapiens eventually evolved after intermingling of these two distinct human species. We know very little because this evidence has come recently. The research is going on, and we were trying to basically find out how this intermingling happened between what kind of different humanoids, which eventually created Homo sapiens. That mystery still remains, that the brain of Homo sapiens became larger and very complex. How that happened, we do not know. However, the Homo sapiens started migrating for some reason. There must be something, because first there were two distinct humans, they intermingled, created Homo sapiens, and for some reason, unknown reason, Homo sapiens started migrating out of Africa, and today we have colonized the entire world. I mean, if you look at any corner of the world, you will see humans there. It is a predominant species, and humans will not only be present, they will also showcase their influence in that area. So that migration started several thousands, 100,000 years back, but the important thing is that migration is still going on. Humans like to migrate, they don't like to stick to one place. And having colonized all over the earth and even the far-flung areas, now we are trying to colonize moon. And so what is the trigger point in Homo sapiens? Why we want to migrate out of a comfort zone into a new area? That is again a big mystery, because whatever migration started out of Africa eventually reached Middle East, then from there it went to Mongolia, from Mongolia it then spread across the world, including Americas, India, America, Europe, and that migration is still going on. I mean, if we find America something like 500 years back, then a lot of people migrated into America. That migration is still going on. A lot of people travel from one end of the world to the other end, and now we are trying to go to Mars and Moon. So what is the reason for this? What is so peculiar in Homo sapiens is a big mystery. Is absolutely a very big mystery, that why we are wired, why our brains are wired the way it is, why the difference variation between humans is less than 2% across the world, whether you're white, black, or the Eastern Asian feature, or Indian, or you're a Maori. Wherever you are, whichever way you look, whatever the skin color you have, the variation is still less than 2%, which is so different from the other animals. So that means our gene pool is very narrow. So eventually we came from a very small source, and then for some reason that migration is also built in into our minds. We don't like to stick around to one place. It's our nature, basic nature. We would like to go and migrate. Even if we are not getting an opportunity to migrate, we feel very comfortable in travel, unlike other animals who stick to their regions and territories, and they live and die in that territory because they have built the equilibrium in that region. Humans, having built equilibrium, they just want to get out of that equilibrium and create another one. So these are certain intrinsic qualities of humans, and how we got it is still a big mystery. But scientists now say that before the Homo sapiens became Homo sapiens, there were two distinct African human species which intermingled before the Homo sapiens started intermingling with with Neanderthal mans. So that is something which I thought I will start the day. It's a big question. If you know, some of you know the answer why humans like to migrate, to colonize, to conquer, never stick around in one place. If you have something you want more, why this kind of feature is present only in humans and not any other animal which is found on earth, and why our brain is so large compared to our bodies. How this evolution happened? Because the time given for evolution is not sufficient, especially when it comes to human evolution. If you look at the evolution and compare that with human evolution, then our history is not more than 200,000 years. We don't find any evidence of Homo sapiens being around on this planet for less than 200,000 years. So this is a big mystery, and I will end my live stream by asking this question, and I look forward to your answers, your comments. If you know answers to these mysteries, do let me know. So friends, I will catch you next time. Until then, be safe and have a nice day.